This is a hidden gem. I was going to become a trillionaire today, but that can wait. I want to read you Paradise Lost by John Milton. I don't want to read you the whole thing, but I want to focus on this line. Rose out of chaos. What is the genesis that we're talking about? That's the question I'm talking about. Who is this guy? It's my favorite painter, portrait artist, because this guy can paint a soul. That's Thomas More. And Thomas More, he wrote about Utopia. He got killed for these ideas. But I want to read a specific part about it. They have, however, two sorts of games, not unlike our chess. One is between several numbers, in which one number, as it were, consumes another. The other resembles a battle between the virtues and vices, in which the enmity in the vices among themselves and their agreement against virtue is not unpleasantly represented, together with the special opposition between the particular virtues and vices, as also the methods by which each vice either openly assaults or secretly undermines the virtue, and the virtue, on the other hand, resists it. What does that mean? What does this guy say about society? And what is he missing, right? He spoke out against Judaism and especially secular greed. But what game is this guy not playing? He has a central banking committee that now our central banks are controlling prices, just like the last chapter in Marx's book. What did this guy say? Why do people read this guy and go insane? In all ages, the wisest have always agreed in their judgment of life. It is no good. At all times, places, the same words have been on their lips, words full of doubt, full of melancholy, full of weariness of life, full of hostility to life. Even Socrates' dying words were, to live means to be ill a long while. I owe a cock to the god Asclepius. Okay, so maybe for a little bit of a lighter take, this is called Youth and Age. Much did I rage when I was young, being that the world oppressed, but now the flattering tongue, it speeds past the parting guess. And this is peace. Ah, that time could touch a form that could show what Homer's age, bred to be a hero's wage, were not all her life but storm. Would not painters paint a form of noble lines, I said, such a delicate high head, all that sternness amid charm, all that sweetness amid strength? Ah, but peace that comes at length came when time had touched her form. I want to go back to Nietzsche now. Philosophical problems adopt in almost all matters in the same form of question as they did 2,000 years ago. How can anything spring from its opposite? Do you know who this guy is? That's little Konrad Lorenz. This is his big brother. Went off to serve in World War II. Do you know who that guy is? That's Carl Jung. Where are we going, people? What is the story that we are living? I leave you with, just a thought. Religion is economics. The institutions that are around Christ and Catholic Church, every single institution, I believe, is against what he wanted. He was a Jew. He saw the game. Karl Marx also saw the game. He had critiques of the game, but there needs to be a game. The whole point is that there is temptation, and we will all be corrupted as soon as we come out of the petri dish in the future, wherever we go with this. We want to make the world as natural as possible. Science will help us. Science will help us. But there's a lot of people that will go through medicine and research with their head narrow, just like they will in finance, this or that, otherwise. They'll only listen to, and this can go very wrong. We need to keep a world that's natural. We need to spread out the watering holes in society. If we do that, we'll have a fairer game. It's not about whether or not people become rich or poor. It's not about equity and distribution of outcomes. It's about, does everyone legitimately have a chance to be successful in this economy? Can everyone contribute to the hive mind, or are we having social media companies, BlackRock, all of these data scientists that are paid by the elites to scrape everything and pretend like they're their ideas? Are these elitist institutions really training people for the kids' sake? Or are they funneling them into FANG companies, investment banks, and feeding a system off of young people's passion? And what kind of young people are actually rising, right? Is it the guy that's good at the Excel models? No. It's the guy with connections. It's the guy that can take you to his club. There's a lot of quasi-rents in our society. There's not going to show up in CPI reports. Lenin writes, debauch the currency. That's how you destroy capitalism. Charlie Munger says that the dollar's going to zero, but he seems to think that crypto's venereal disease. Yeah, crypto's a venereal disease that won us World War II. So I leave you with that, people.